The passion runs deep here in Norman, Oklahoma, or as they say, Sooner born and Sooner bred, and when I die, I'll be Sooner dead. Welcome to Oklahoma and the home of the Sooners. Nevada about to kick it off to get this game started. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. The Sooners have a great opportunity to put up some points thanks to that great return. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And, David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Decision coming up here. I'm kicking a field goal, though, David. First drive of the game, you want to pay it off and just put some points up on the board.
Well, and see, I'd go for the touchdown because here's the thing. I'm going to make them go the length of the field, almost 100 yards. Even.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Nevada's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I'm taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Nevada will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Slips through the line. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll go right back to him. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Looks as if we have an injury. And we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole.
The counter play is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, 2 guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
Give to the running back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The Sooners are threatening on 1st and goal. Go straight ahead. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Barrels ahead. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They want to fight this one in a phone. Quarterback sneak for the touchdown.
Well, you tried on 1st and 2nd, and you couldn't pay it off, so let's not overthink it. Let's just go quarterback sneak. Let's just let our guy get low, pick the side he wants to run to, drive his legs, and put a touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Mississippi State made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road win. And a victory like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Bulldogs. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The give to the lone running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Nevada comes to the line after getting the first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field.
He's loose. He smashes his way through again. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Quick pass on the fly motion. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Power football with the run. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nevada.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need it.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm fine now.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Now on second down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And here comes the offense on second down. Handoff from the gun. At the 35, he's open. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. Right back to the well. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The quick out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. So close to cashing it in for this offense. From the gun. Got it. Strong, firm tackle.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Pushes ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Spits it out to the back. Soft spot in the middle. Strikes the blow. Touchdown, Nevada. And once he found Davis.
10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
First down here for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always...
Oh, he wants it all. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together. You know, right now, you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll go to the ground. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
He lets one fly deep. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown Sooners. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's right on target. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. They keep attacking through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Gets rid of it. Working the middle. It's complete. Stopped after making the catch.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Second down coming up.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, looking to throw. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll take another shot here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Sooners send out the punt unit. He'll bring it back. It's Garrison. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on second down. Quickly to the tight end. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. A 1st down for the offense. He's going to pass. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On second down, wants to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at...
And now the hit knocks it loose. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. And the Sooners in the hurry-up. To the ground, he's got it again. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he doesn't have any touchdowns on the season.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the route is on.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The running back has it. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. Got room at the 35. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. DB's right up on the receivers. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Nevada.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle.
42, Nevada, 21.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll give it to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him.
Second round.
Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
The give to the tailback. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Coming after it. Got his man on the outside. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a first.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Here's the handoff. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Sooners line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Sooners! And the beatdown has ensued. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Catches it inside his 20, chance to really gain some ground. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Got him down quickly after the pick, but man, do you have to take care of the ball down here, and they didn't. They'll mark it at the 27. Excellent field position here for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and time.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the pummeling has started. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the
And the Nevada offense will take over.
Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Fast motion from the offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. They try to pop a run on the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how...
Fires one high and deep. And the ball is picked off. Looking for more room. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. Third and long, they dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass and make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Relying on that running game as they threaten a pickup of 4 down to the 13. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The run from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the boom kind. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Final play of the quarter coming. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Offense gets set for 2nd down. To the air, it's Hutchinson. Got his man out of the backfield. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They get him down after he makes the catch. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. trying to get to him. Get it out on the screen. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Here's the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sooner. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in the elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those so quick, so elusive. It's such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Takes the easy completion. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. Well, after not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Finds a tight end down the gut. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Sooners moving quickly to the line.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
Leaves it with the running back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Wolf. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He makes the connection. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throwing catch. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Got his man quickly. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The Sooners will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The line of scrimmage, the 2, and these final 2 yards might be the toughest here on 3rd down. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on 4th and goal. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the game. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Offense set on 1st down. He wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. After that last completion, it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
To throw, it's Hutchinson. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Trevino.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
A little screen to the running back. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They're bringing heat. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the 1st down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Still running at the 40. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up, trying to power it in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And now on second down for this offense.
Brings up second down.
Back to throw, it's Hutchinson. Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. The corners are walked up tight. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.